What's in there then? What's in there? What's in there? Is it a rabbit? Is it a rabbit? Or is it a rat? Eh? What's in there? Oh, you want it, didn't you? Is he in there? Is he in there then? Don't you go getting stuck in there. What's he there? Now I know you can fit. I think we'll be putting a stone in there. You! I don't want to have to be moving cabins to get her out of there. Right, find a stone for that and we'll feed some cattle. I found a bit of old concrete fence post which fits in there like that. Just to put her off the idea. Come on, you. So, a little bit late start this morning because I've had a visitor, Dave the builder. He's been in. He came in with a cunning plan. He's had a clever idea that involves me and him. But it was clever and it was cunning, and I basically said, you can pull it off, mate, you carry on. So he's gone off on a mission now to do something cunning. That's probably the wrong word. It's not cunning, but it is clever, and I never thought of it. So yeah, kudos to you, mate. You're okay for 10 minutes. I'll let you finish that off, and then we'll chuck that in there and they can have some fresh. In the meantime, here we go again. There was some diesel as well, shortly. Dog, look at the state of you. Hey? Look at the state of you. Are you ratting or coming with me? That'll be ratting then. She's happy. Happy ratter. in this, which, although is a bit toxic, it's not lethal to cattle, but I don't want them eating it really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this with some of the older stuff. So I am going to use it for bedding. It's not the best. It's not the best, and I wouldn't give it to the cows that are heavily pregnant. But for the stock the other side, provided I mix it with other stuff, they're probably not even going to bother. They'll have a sniff, but they won't eat it. I can hear a few of you saying, "Whoa, I don't know if I'd want to give my cattle a laurel chip to lie on." Well, it won't be all laurel chip. There's a lot of conifer in it, and I mixed it with some other stuff as well. About 15, 20 years ago, my cattle broke through some fencing at my neighbours at the top of the hill up there, and they demolished about 4 or 5 quite large laurel bushes. Just demolished it at them, and I really thought I was going to have a problem. I thought I was going to have the vet out, sick animals, and you know what? It didn't affect them. What? Nothing that I saw. Didn't make any difference to the cattle at all. They just thought, "Oh, yummy, I'll have some of that." So I know they would eat it, but in the state it's in that bucket, so the state it's in like that, all chopped up with, actually it's got a lot of conifer in it as well. They will definitely sniff it, they might even lick it, but they're definitely not going to be able to ingest enough to make them poorly. I reckon I can get a bit more off there. Let's have you out. Message this morning from somebody who would like to acquire this machine off of me. A friend of mine actually. It was noted on a video that you know, I was looking at other machines and maybe one day I'll part X this. I mean, it's a good chance I never will, but it was a case of, well, if ever you do, bear me in mind, he said, because I'd really like that machine. And I said, well, I have actually found another one, a bit newer than this, down in Dorset. So there is currently a Mustang 2044 for sale. It's a 2015 model. It's got more hours than this. It's got another 1,000 hours, I think, over this. What's this one got? 2,625. That's genuine hours on an 18-year-old machine. So I sent him the link to this other machine. He said, well, I'd rather have yours. He said, I've been watching yours for a year or so. I know how you look after it, and I'm in no hurry, which is probably just as well, because it may never happen. So, but if it does, I'll let you know first, mate. That's a promise. So. enough now? Have you? Is this your way of telling me that I've had enough? I couldn't find one, so I'll come with you. You coming up? You coming up? Yes, no? Biscuit? No? No then. Sure? That's the pretend I can't hear him and you go away. That's what that look is. Oh, have you changed your mind? You coming up? You are coming up. Come on then. This is where I get plastered, isn't it? Come on. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, I know. I'm welcome. Right, done. Or at least that bit's done. Calves have just started to complain now because they have pretty much just about finished off that last bit of grub. So we'll go and chuck that over into their bed, give them a couple of fresh bales of silage. Well, it's haylage actually. So the stuff we baled here from the bottom two fields down there, so they seem to like it. Let these guys back in first. Yeah, say, nearly there. You may have noticed I've actually put quite a deep layer of chip in here today. Soak up some of this wet. If we're going to get a week of dry, this will all recover and it'll come back right. But we desperately need the forecasted week of dry. I don't know what they're barking at. They've imagined something somewhere. Neighbour's dogs barked and probably called one of mine a puff or something, and that's it. It's all kicked off, as usual. Go on, that way. And you, go on. Go on. Go on. Hey, I know you want to go outside, but you can't. Go on. Move. Move. Yes, I'm talking to you. Go on. Get. And you. Go on. Go on. Of course, they're all stood in the blinking way, aren't they? Do you know what? Patrick over there, he hasn't moved a muscle since I started. It's a case of, nope, I've laid down, I'm comfy, I'm staying here. Yep, I'm not moving for you either. Okay, fair enough. That's it, look at that, clean. Hey! Quiet! Okay, you girls can come back out. There you go. Finish off what's left of that, you can have a fresh one. I really do hope this forecasted dry weather does happen. I don't mind cold. It can get freezing for all I care. Just stop raining and give me a chance to get in front of the muck. Because it's depressing, the amount of muck and mud and everything else. So anyway, if Mark from FWAG comes through and he finds us some grant to help me, that maybe, I won't say a complete thing of the past, but it should get better. If we can get what we want, which is basically a 20-foot extension on this barn roof, going from the apex, the tallest part of the roof there, all the way down, but not including the overhang at the bottom, because I want this high enough that I can drive a tractor out through that gate. So we can't have it too low, so it won't go all the way down. But the idea is if we can enclose this yard, just the roof, just to keep the rain off of there, And the same the other end. Make life a lot cleaner, easier, safer, cleaner. Yeah. So might even, if I can afford it, add a bit of concrete to it. Maybe. I wonder if I can get underneath it. I know it's lazy. I know I could do it with a pitchfork. I know I could. But I've got a Mustang. So, would you? Mind your backs. Mind your backs. Mind your backs. Alright, I'll do the last bit with a pitchfork. Only because the bucket is picking up on the panels. I can't get right to it because I'm catching these bolts. So, yeah, that's my excuse. There's as much stone in there as there is anything else. Yeah, if this means new bell coming, you won't have to wait long. I think everybody next door over there knows it as well. That's it, put the spikes on, grab a couple of bells. So, any cheeky comments this time on me, you know, manual labour, pitchfork, stuff like that? So, maybe laugh at it. I thought that was quite funny. Yeah, I let them have a little bit as well. So there's a queue for this bale, not so much for that one out there, but you'll get fat on that one. So, everybody's done, everybody's happy. I will have to give them a fresh bale probably later on this afternoon, although saying that, while they're chomping on that, that is definitely better than that. Problem is, cows are fat. They're carrying calves, and that's fine, but the thing is I want them to be able to push these calves out, and that's the right size. That's not too bad, but some of them, she's too fat. She's too fat. She's too fat. If they got big calves, they got to get them out. So, I mean, they're in good condition, but yeah. That's like ice cream to them, that is. Look at it. Oh yeah. All right, and this lot have definitely changed shape since we brought them home. Well, all bar you. You're a little scratcher, you, ain't you? So, little lady, but she's just a little lady. So, not done my fecal egg count yet. Something I've got to do, but I'm waiting to come down here with a pot and find a nice fresh one. And I'd like it out of something like her, or one of the small ones. So, and then we'll get an egg count done, and then it may well be a little bit of pour on between the shoulders if there is a bit of a worm burden. I don't like using wormer on cattle. A lot of people say it's a false economy. I'm pumping food into them, and they're not converting it properly because the worm's taking the energy out of it, and that's fair enough, but I'm just never been a big fan of chucking chemicals on or into animals if I don't have to. So, right, so all the jobs are done. It is 20 past 11. So in the next half an hour or so, I'm expecting a funky visit. So Mr. Cornock is bringing me a tree to plant. So that is going to be a video for a bit later in the week, is me planting an oak tree, and I'll maybe go through a few do's and don'ts. There are a few quite important do's and don'ts, and a few useful tips if you're planting a tree. So yeah, I'll do that tomorrow or Monday. So right, go put the kettle on and wait for Mr. Corlock to come, and then I'll probably bring the camera back out when he's here. So if I've got any battery left. Not much battery. Go and plug that in. Ooh, we got a parcel.
Potentially broken parcel.
Yeah. I thought that might be the lights that I've ordered for my skid steer. And that's the Success Winner Trading Limited. Tamworth. Hold that.
Hold that.
Okay. Just in case I got to send something back if they are broken. It might just be the brackets. Oh, it's taped.
Mr. Postman said to film it.
Yeah, well, I'm doing what Mr. Postman said.
I like our new postman.
Our new postman?
Yeah.
Wait, what was wrong with the old postman?
I didn't speak to the old postman.
I think that's what you could hear.
Okay.
God, then did he? Right, so that's one. I bought these as a pair.
Did you? That's what you broke.
That's what you can hear, I think.
That's fine.
And that's the other one, so yeah. New lights for the skid steer. Fantastic. 3 cables.
Sound like an old man when you do that.
What, fantastic. Right, okay. I wasn't expecting 3 cables.
Yeah.
Right. No instructions. Yeah.
Make it up.
Make it as I go along. Well, I'm pretty sure that I probably only need the 2, and that's probably a switching cable or to maybe change the pattern. So sometimes you can change patterns on lights, so that might just be that I can change the pattern on something.
You may have not had your head in half of that, because I just realised it was slightly tilted down.
What?
The camera. You may not have had your head in it.
Oh, right, okay. Your excellent camera woman thing again. So.
No, I think you're alright.
All right, so Mr. Postman is not to worry. It's, yeah. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. I'll have it back now. Thank you. Go and bake something.
I'm going to go decorate the cake.
Okay, go do that, yeah.